Hello folks, it's Jaff here from Clobber Records. I hope you can hear me okay. As you can see today, I am driving. I'm somewhere, well, next to the M5 at the moment, which is very zen. And this is the third in my series of video casts entitled Dissecting Zen. You can't really see me over the steering wheel, can you? Yeah, it's like I'm a small child driving a very large lorry, which is pretty awesome. Anyway, yeah, part 3. This one's entitled Enemies of Anger, which, weirdly, I've just been listening to Amon Amarth. It could have been one of their tracks. Their new album, Berserker, is out on Metal Blade. It's alright, yeah, it's not bad. It's one of those typical albums that where a band have achieved some level of commercial success. They now have to produce an album like this, which is full of fairly decent riffs and a very, very expected singing style. It's all right. It's probably not one that we're going to go back to very often, but it's okay. Sorry I didn't do one of these last weekend, but I was away gigging. We played a few shows. The Black Tour gathering was fantastic up in North Yorkshire at the Tannehill Inn, the highest pub in the world or wherever it is. Fucking cold though, Jesus Christ. But yes, it was a fantastic week show, and if you weren't there, you missed a good one. So anyway, I'm back now doing the third of these about my journey in Buddhism, and I'm just driving onto the M5, which is probably why I'm repeating myself, because I would like not potentially to crash, which I haven't done. Good. There's a bloke there combing his hair while he's driving. What a prick. Anyway, yeah, so last weekend was good. I came back, interesting experience in the supermarket, just to lead us into the whole anger thing that we're just about to briefly touch on, and its association with Buddhism and Zen and the mind, etc. When I came back from the Black Tour, I went to the supermarket, and I was buying some things, as you do in a supermarket. Coming out of one of the aisles, and there was a very large lad who was with his mum, and he was gesticulating with his arms about where he was going to go and buy some cans of Coke or something. Didn't see me. I walked out the aisle all innocent, and he punched me with his flung out arms square in the side of the head, nearly knocked me out. Saw stars, dropped my basket, olives everywhere, and he wasn't angry with me. It's what he might have been. He might have took one look at me and thought, I want to punch that bloke in the side of the head, and then pretended to be pointing at some cans of Coke, but I'm assuming he did it as an accident. We did laugh about it afterwards, even though I could hardly walk in a straight line. But anyway, I'm here now, and that brings me on to anger, which is a very natural and very acceptable human emotion. We all have it from time to time. Anger can be in two forms, really. It can be anger to do with attachment, or anger to do with aversion. So attachment would be, I want your beer, give it fucking here. Aversion would be, get away, I hate spiders. If you bring that spider any closer to me, I'm going to punch the living shit out of you, and then break your arms off and stick them up your bum or something. Fairly harsh just for a spider incident, but God, I can't get out of it. A spider incident, but there we go. But yes, anger is in all of us, and from my point of view, I carried a lot of anger for many years. Now, that didn't mean that I'm a particularly shouty, punchy person, because I never have been at all. I'm very placid, very calm. But inside, the anger we carry and the ease with which ourselves can trigger that anger makes us seething, makes us having to control that kind of emotional response all the time, and that's very difficult. Mine comes from a time when anger was instilled within me before I really understood my own emotions. A lot of things happened when I was young. I was bullied very badly at school. You may not know that or want to know that or whatever, but I was. It was fairly horrific. I was also subjected for a variety of reasons to various forms of kind of abuse when I was younger, which I don't wish to delve into the details on a video cast such as this, but they all serve to make you very angry before you really understand what anger is. You're questioning why everything's different for you in comparison to everybody else. And I suppose that leads to denial, and denial's a very easy thing. But we carry this with us, and this, that's a difficult thing to do. Buddhism gave me a way of being able to control that, or understand it and view it and own it as an emotion within myself, rather than a tsunami with which I cannot control its outpourings and its power, as one could not control a tsunami, I would imagine. And that led me to view things in a very different way, which works. It's a bit like, what we can't do is repress our anger, because that's essentially a form of anger. If aversion is pushing something away, if you push your anger away, you're repressing it. A bit like a balloon. If you push a balloon down, it bulges out somewhere else, and that will happen within you, and that causes other emotional responses in your body and physical responses, headaches, etc. That's the theory behind pushing down on anger. So really, we need to understand our anger and just live with it. Everybody's angry about lots of things. I mean, I'm pretty chilled out at the moment. I'm going to Incineration tomorrow to watch a load of freaking awesome bands. Big shout out to some of the lesser bands on there, like Trivax, Sodomized Cadaver. Not saying you're lesser, but you are up against Mayhem, so good luck with that one. So yeah, I'm chilled out and looking forward to tomorrow. But if I ever feel irritated or angry about something, which is perfectly natural, I will respond to it in a measured way, because I view it, understand it, channel it, own it, and move on from it. And that's the only way I think there is to be. So don't be angry, all of you. Just understand that we all carry shit, but it doesn't have to manifest itself as anger within the body, and we can make anger our enemy, in inverted commas, and live with it. It's a demon we live with. It's not a monster. It's part of you. It is you. It's your brain and it's your self that creates it. But don't view it as something out of your control. It's something within your control, and you can love it, nurture it, and the best thing you can do is write frigging music about it. In our game, we don't get many shouty, punchy people who want to go out on a Friday night to a gig and kick the shit out of people, other than in a controlled mosh pit-esque type way. But many people carry a lot of anger, and it can be channeled out through creativity, as we know. Many bands do it. But allow that to harness it when it occurs, store it up. It's like a computer game, the more you can store up, the more powerful you become, and then you can create some monstrous classic, that goes frigging global and platinum, and you end up harnessing anger to become this global success forevermore. That would be pretty cool. It means you can have a frigging, marble bathroom or something. So yeah, that's about all I'm going to talk about today, because I'm waffling, because I'm obviously driving at the same time as talking to you, and this might be a whole load of horse shit this time, but hey ho, I hope you've enjoyed it. Other things I've been listening to, the new Ringworm album, I don't know if you've heard that. I can't even remember the name of it now. Death Becomes My Friend or something. That's out on Relapse, hardcore. It's alright, his voice gets a bit annoying after a while, but it's a pretty decent album. And this morning I was listening to Trivax's 2016 album, Sin, I think it is. Very good album, still enjoy it. Going to see them tomorrow, which is why I was listening to it. They're a band who need to, I believe they are currently concentrating on a new album, because they need to release one, because they are astonishingly good live, and we all know that every Friday we want some new music, and if that was from Trivax, that would be awesome. So I'm going to go now. If I see any of you around this weekend, please come and give me a kiss. Don't be angry. Don't kiss me anywhere inappropriate, because we are in a city, and that, it's not the done thing. If we're down on the farm, Kiss me any way you like, darling. Anyway, have a cracking evening, and if I see any of you tomorrow, nice one. If not, bye bye, and I'll catch you next week or whenever for another episode of Dissecting Zen. Cheers, bye.